Hey everyone, and welcome back to Civ 7. This is our first playthrough. You are watching episode 3 now. We are Ben Franklin and the Greek Empire. We've got Egypt down here to our south, and we've got Roma off to our west. We know they're way out there. We've got quite a bit of land that seems like it's open and available, so we're working on more settlers, trying to get this land secured up for us. But without further ado, we'll hop in. We've got our hoplet down here. Let's put them into the river for now. We'll get them across and do a little bit more exploring with them up and around this way. We also have our scout down here. We can get him to this horse tile, so we'll do just that. We've discovered a new continent. It was that sound effect that just chimed in the background. Our hoplet's ready to continue moving. Let's put him onto this river tile. And our scout has his movement up and ready to go. We'll step onto the sheep if he has more movement. Let's heal him for the rest of this turn. Didn't realize how low he was. He's close to 50% health, so we'll get some more health into him. Our trader is ready to go in Argos, and let's start. We either got +4 or +6 gold, so I think it's obvious we'll take the highest gold from him. I'm not certain I understand how this is supposed to be working. I select a trade route. I'm wondering if I need to be in the enemy's city, perhaps. I guess not the enemy, the allies' city. I'm not sure I understand why it's not allowing me to set up a trade route with either of these two cities. So we'll continue to move that merchant down there and see what comes of it. Got some exploring to do. Let's get this guy up again, and we'll move him one tile, and that uses up his turn there. That's fine. Egypt has another settler going south. We've finished our research of the wheel. We need to expand Argos now, and although this one would make sense to culture bomb these tiles into our territory, I think I really want to get this mangrove online. It looks really enticing, so we'll go ahead and do that. We do need to pop into our tech tree and select our next tech to research. Navigation is down to 13 turns, and I think that is my cue to do navigation. We're looking at our resource screen here. We just got a resource online down in Argos, and I think I'm needing to assign it. There we go. So we assigned it to the capital. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me plug it into either of the other two, but that's okay. Let's take our scout and continue moving south. It's an interesting mountainous desert volcano. Cool. It's our first time seeing a volcano in Civ 7. Some crazy terrain going on down here. This hoplet will continue.
Is like our veins, the veins of the world.
So we've discovered the Grand Canyon here. One, I want to say that looks amazing. Two, something new in Civ 7 is you can click replay to show the animation again. That's pretty cool. Was something that was missing in Civ 6, but it's neat that we can replay that now, since some of those animations are really cool to see, especially for the first time. We've finished Ben Franklin's printer, so that'll grant us 50 science. Received. We have some production to select up here in our capital, looks like. And we have some new units here. I'm not certain that we need any units at the time. We can also build a villa. That sounds intriguing. +5 happiness and +2 influence points. Why don't we... Let's take note that we can place it on that tile, but I'm not certain that I want to lose that tile just yet. Well, you know what? Let's do it. We're going to drop it on that +5 and +2 tile. Yes, we want to create the urban district with it. That's fine. We can either expand our city again or select a specialist tile. I think it makes a lot of sense to continue expanding. I think we've got 26 food and 14 production. It'd be nice to get more production online. Why don't we grab this forest here? It's going to give +1 food, +2 production, and +1 happiness. Feels pretty well rounded. It'll also get the wine inside of our borders. Our scout down here can step forward and gain a lot more vision. We'll do that. And this hoplet can step onto whatever this tile was here. Not certain what it is. Woodcutter. Okay, I didn't realize the color of Egypt's borders is just really hard for me to see, the yellow on green. So I didn't realize that that's actually inside of her territory. Got all excited I was maybe about to get some sort of benefit from a goody hut or something. But that was not the case. Let's see if we can set up this trade route now. Looks like we can. Yep, make a trade route. So we'll do that. So lesson learned, we need our merchant to be in the opposing city that we want to make the trade route from in order to drop that trade route. We have a bonus of +3 happiness and a city of +2 food to the capital and +4 to any other city that we need to allocate. We'll put that one in the capital since that's the only place it allowed us to. And let's plug in this bonus of the dyes into Argos. Yeah, let's do that. We've got 546 gold banked up again. Let's grab the altar down here in Argos. And I think it makes sense to just drop it in our town for now. Something that I could see coming up soon is converting Corinthos into a city instead of just a town. And I believe it said that that would take it takes 300 gold. Great, so we're almost there if we want to convert that city to a city soon. We have a cultural exchange. We'll take the +6 culture, of course. We also have a settlement under threat. I think it's, yeah, Corinthos just has one spearman nearby. We've got a settler in that city. Let's start attacking them. Wear them down little by little. They haven't seemed to be attacking our cities much, so I'm not too concerned that they'll be a concern for us, but looks like maybe another independent city coming up on the horizon down here. And this scout, let's see, okay, looks like we might have found the southern coast of this continent. We are offered to support a local festival with Harriet Tubman. We'll do that, +3 happiness per city. Oh, we did take a lot of damage in Corinthos. We're going to need to defend that as aggressively as possible. I'm not certain what more we can be doing here. Let's start moving this slinger down there. We're about to find out, I suppose. Our hoplet is pretty far away. We could start pathing them back if we wanted to, but let's see what comes of it down there. Very mountainous terrain down here to the south. Looks like they did attack again, but they did not get a kill. I think I might be able to kill him this turn. I think that forest might have just killed all my movement, though. Oh, it didn't. Great, we will get the kill on that archer. And we'll need this town to start healing up again. Let's take our hoplet and put it onto that horse tile. And our scout down here, let's see if we move him. Let's move him here. So a lot of elevation happening, a little bit of a cliff face there as well to block my movement east and west at the moment. We did just get an alert that an ally is at war, so Egypt must have declared war with someone. Let's see. Yeah, Harriet Tubman and Egypt. We have two options here. We can either support Egypt or stay neutral. Supporting will honor your alliance with Egypt and declare war on Harriet Tubman, or stay neutral will end your alliance with Egypt and not join the war. We don't even know where Harriet Tubman's at, and I don't see too much risk in going to war against her. Let's do it. We'll honor our alliance with Egypt for now.
So go on and do what you gonna do. 'Cause I can't die but once.
It's weird how Ben Franklin never says anything in these. He kind of just grunts at everyone, but we'll take it. There's looks like there's some actions that we could take here. We've got 83 influence saved up. 60 of it would go to add war support. Better war support causes war weariness for the other side, which reduces happiness and combat strength. I'm going to hold off on that for now. The war just started. Let's, again, I don't think we're at any risk of actually going to combat with her. But let's put this slinger back on alert. We'll take this slinger back up to our capital city and put them on alert once they get up there. We'll take our hoplite and continue to explore. This is much more flat land over here. It is really cool how terrain seems to come and go. Like this is very mountainous area. You got a volcano. Not too far away, you have the Grand Canyon. And then over here, this is all just like flat grasslands. You do have some mountains, but they're kind of segregated, almost like you would see uh, in Africa with like Kilimanjaro. Let's see, we can move this scout, and we'll get him up over this cliff face here. Got a pop-up about war weariness, not too concerned about that. It just started and we're not particularly at war with them. I do see that our happiness is down to 0 at the moment. We need to expand this city, sorry, this town. Let's grab the iron. We'll culture bomb these tiles into our area. We are getting a lot of pop-ups about suffering war weariness. The game is not happy that we're at 0 happiness. Harriet Tubman must be over here since it just took me over to undiscovered land. So that kind of a game flaw. It just revealed where she's at without intentionally doing so. Our scout has full movement again. We'll continue to scout through the fog of the map. All 3 of our cities are unhappy right now. War weariness seems like a broken mechanic at the moment. If that truly was like 2 or 3 turns ago that we declared war, and now all of our cities are at negated happiness. Let's put the slinger back on alert in our capital. Our hoplite is getting supposedly close to where Harriet Tubman's at, if that was to be believed. We don't have open borders down here, so we'll start fishing our scout up to the north. It looks like our town is ready to grow. Let's take a look at where we want to place them at. We've got a +2 food, +1 gold, and +1 happiness in the river here. That looks like our best tile, so why don't we grab it? We also have enough gold to either convert this to a city. It's down to 250 gold to convert to a city, or we can buy another building down here. Basically, it looks like the trade-off is we pay 220-ish gold for a building, or we pay 250 gold to allow this to use production towards any of these. I think my vote is convert to a city. Yeah, let's do it. This project will permanently upgrade your town to a city. Are you sure? Absolutely. Now that it's a city, everything should be production-based. Yep, so if we tap back into that city's production queue, you see that it's no longer gold over here, it's turns. And we have significantly more available options here. And one of them I see is the villa. Be great for our war weariness, +3 happiness. But why don't we... that's a weird bug. I'm scrolling in the production queue and it's also scrolling on the map even though my mouse is not over there. There we go. Now it's stopped. Pyramids would be cool to get. Petra's still on my radar if we have enough desert tiles in one city. Thinking we grab either the monument or the saw pit. Ooh, fishing quay gets us 5. Yes, let's do it. 5 food there, that's worth it. Our hoplite, we should be close to Harriet now. There she is. So here's her border tiles. We'll try and find a city. I don't plan on attacking her. I think it'd be silly with just 1 unit down there, but I'd like to know where she's at least. Our scout is just slowly working his way around. There were some tornadoes moving through Egypt's land here, it looks like. Okay, if we can step in here. We just set foot in enemy territory. To take Aksum, you will need to destroy its defenses and occupy all fortified districts and settlement centers. Not planning to do that just yet, but it looks like Egypt's got some troops down here to help us, so maybe we can help out. We'll see what happens. We do need to get vision on their city first, though. Let's see what the bath would involve. We can place it in our city center, it says. Grants us +4 food. Brickyard, +2 production, +1 science. Why don't we... A wonder would be nice right about now. Wonder what the Hanging Gardens looks like. Could place it out here. That would lose us... That would gain us, 3 food, 1 science in replace for 3 food, 1 happiness. Alternatively, we could place it here on this mine. And we lose +1 food, +1 production, +1 happiness for 3 food, 1 science, and 1 culture. That's an interesting proposition. That bug is being really annoying. I'm not sure why it's happening now, but if I scroll in the production queue without getting off of the map first, it scrolls for both of them. I think that we go for the hanging gardens. So let's grab it. We're going to place it here on this mine tile. Selecting it will destroy the mine. Do you want to continue? Yes. That means we need to grow our city, because I think since we took one person off of this tile that was working it, we need to select another tile for them to go to now. And food is doing okay. Let's take a look at our production possibilities. And I'm kind of liking this tile here. Let's grab it. We are playing a dangerous game over here, but we found Oxum. Am I understanding that correctly? We could get a kill in the city district if we attacked right now? Let's try it. Okay, district defense is destroyed. That's what it was. So we took out its defenses, and we basically lost half of our health. But maybe we help Egypt out in this war. Again, this is my first playthrough. I don't know that I'm targeting to take out a player, but if the opportunity presents itself, I guess I'll do it. Lots of combat happening over here with Egypt. We finished citizenship, and we still have the 3 policy openings. Drama and poetry is 50% production towards constructing culture buildings. We can also take castes, which is 25% food in towns. We only have 1 town at the moment. I don't think I'm willing to lose anything that I have plugged in for any of those. So we'll leave them as is. Let's see what this hoplite is looking like. So we can pillage, damage the saw pit, and gain 40 science. That sounds worth it to me. That grants us just over a turn of science. That's pretty good. Here we can, only deserving, we can either give it to the military, which activate determined ability, +2 combat strength on all units. We can give it to the arts, 100 culture, that'd be about 4 turns worth of culture, or +200 happiness towards the next celebration. We're earning 0 happiness right now, so that is really enticing. +2 combat strength, though, never goes away. So making this decision now on turn 77 could have, 400 more turns of impact. I don't think I'm going to give it to the arts because only 100, that's 4 turns of culture. It's just not worth it to me. So I'm between either the happiness or combat strength, and I think I'm going to take the combat strength. We'll gain 1 cultural attribute point. Pop into our civic tree here, and we need to make a designation of what we want to research next. We can grab skilled trades, which opens up Colossus. That is pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, or literacy. Both of them are 27 turns, so hold on, let's back up a bit. How about we grab tactics is 11 turns, and what I'm learning now is we need to boost our culture so that it doesn't take so long to research some of these. We do have 1 cultural point to dump in here, and only 1 option, which is +1 culture per age on the palace and city halls. So we'll take that one. No decision to be made. This scout, we're going to keep moving around. Looks like we have open markets with Egypt. Of course, we're going to support that. Let's see what our hoplite can do up here. Can't get a kill. Actually, we would get killed, so let's go ahead and rest and repair them. The scout is just roaming, which is fine. That's what I need him to do.
Ships at a distance have every man.
We finished navigation. Sweet. Let's pop into our tech tree here. And either grab bronze working or the wheel. No, sorry, the wheel's already done. This is one thing I don't like is the color difference here is not very big. So something that's researched versus not researched is not super noticeable. You kind of have to make sure you're looking at the title piece of it where it says the wheel or bronze working. When you're not hovering that's the most noticeable. But when you hover over, say, the wheel, it then becomes indistinguishable if it's completed or not compared to bronze working. One thing I don't like, but that's not the end of the game there. Why don't we grab bronze working? That's barring us from starting engineering or military training. Our scout down here is roaming. It's odd that he didn't quite make it through his entire movement that he thought he could. Looks like we're taking a little bit of damage from a spearman down here. Attacking with this slinger. We'll also grab our other slinger up here. And walk down 2 tiles and rest for now. And this scout, there's some sort of bug. It still thinks that it's on this tile, when in reality the animation is staying on this tile. I'm not totally sure why that's happening, but we'll live with it. This spearman kind of backed off of us. Let's step back 1 tile and then attack with our slinger. Ooh, so we've got a promotion available now. Let's promote. See what we can select here. I'm assuming it's any of these tier 1s here. And after reading through a lot of these, I think my option here is either Zeal, gives 5% to all yields in a settlement when stationed on a district. Maneuver would be fine, but the logistics sounded okay too, plus 1 gold for each unit packed in this commander, or 15% production towards training land units when stationed on a district. I think I'm going to grab Zeal for now though, and we'll confirm that. We're going to put this slinger back on alert. This slinger has already attacked this turn, so he's out of move. Our scout here found another free city down here. Our town of Argos is ready for expansion here. Why don't we grab... I've been putting it off. Let's grab this flat tropical tile, plus 1 production, plus 1 science, just so that we can culture bomb these 2 tiles into our borders. Our second city has production queue open again. Library would be good, plus 4 science down here. I think I might do a library. That would be pretty nice to have. Don't need any units, I don't believe. Well, a settler would be nice to have, but we're at 3 of our 4 possible. Let's see what the bath looks like here. Could drop a bath, but that'd lose 4 food for 6 food, or 3 food for 6 food. Yeah, let's stay on the library, and we're going to drop that up here. And we've got 200 gold to spend down here in Argos if we wanted to. And I'm going to say that we don't. I'm not sure why it is, but we can't. Oh, because we don't have enough gold. We only have 202. I read that backwards. Thought we had 220. So we don't have enough gold to buy any of the buildings, so that's an obvious answer. This slinger, let's walk him back, stand inside of our city center, and then attack. This scout, let's see. Just trying to get maximum movement out of him. So it looks like we just lost out on our world wonder of the Hanging Gardens. 50 production has been salvaged. And while defending, wow, they one-shot our hoplite that was over there repairing. That's unfortunate. Let's see. We can dump this is in our capital where we got 50 production back. We can dump it into one of these other wonders. Not a bad idea. Brings them down to 18 turns or 14 turns. Or we can basically one-shot any unit. It'd be 2 turns for a settler. That's pretty good. Or a few turns different for the buildings up there. Let's see where we can place this palace at. This wouldn't be bad here. Plus 1 food, science, culture, and 6 influence points. Something to think about. Let's see what else we can build over here. Petra. Not super great, in my opinion. And the Oracle also not super great. So let's try the palace. 18 turns. I would have loved to grab the settler in there, but that's alright. We'll take the slinger and just not quite get the kill on that spearman. That's okay though. We have another unit to command. Okay, our scout. Just move him up this river. I'm wondering what it's like to negotiate peace. Interesting. So it seems like the only way to get peace is to trade cities. And it says Harriet Tubman will reject this deal. Benjamin Franklin receives, Harriet Tubman receives. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but she's not willing to go to peace with us, so that's all right. Alternatively, we can kind of take her down either with hinder public morale or hinder research. We could also try our espionage on her since she's already upset with us. Stealing technology, we'd have 100% success chance and 50% reveal chance, or military infiltration is 100% success, 20% reveal. Ooh, we don't have any troops over there, so I don't really need military infiltration, I don't think. Why don't we try and yoink a tech steal from them? Just to try out our spying capabilities, I guess. We're getting a lot of enemy troops back into our borders, which is always a little bit annoying. Let's grab our slinger here, and should get the kill on the spearman. We did. And this slinger down here, we're going to attack this archer before they can attack us. Having 0 happiness is getting really frustrating, but we're going to support the cultural alliance, or whatever you call it, with Egypt. And it looks like our second city down here, ooh, we can make a quadrime. Ooh. That is, I think, what I want to do here. There's some other great things that we could do, but this is our first naval unit, and we're going to send it right down the river and into the sea. That's pretty cool. Looks like our capital is growing again. I'd like to grab another tile, not a specialist yet. And so let's grab the wine, +3 food, +2 happiness. Gets us into the positive again on happiness at least. Took a little bit of damage down here in this city, but we'll get the kill on this archer unit now. And I wonder, have we finished archery? Bronze working. Okay, we got 6 turns left on bronze working. Gotcha. I was going to say, I'll pay to upgrade these slingers into archers whenever we can. Going to continue moving our scout around, explore as many tiles as we can each turn. With no one left to attack, we're going to put them on alert. Our scout has full movement range. Found an inactive volcano. That terrain is just beautiful. I love it. It's so vertical.
Those who delight to attack.
We've finished tactics here. And it looks like that opens up drills, plus 30% production towards training infantry and ranged units. Don't think we need that at the time, so we'll leave our policy as is. We're going to open up our civics tree. And we can either grab organized military or entertainment, or literacy and skilled trades. Alternatively, we can grab a mastery. And I think that's going to be my answer, is a mastery. Let's just read which one we want, though. Honor here grants +3 combat strength against independent powers, +2 food in settlements, +1 culture from specialists. We don't have any. +3 culture from every city-state you're suzerain of. Let's grab this mysticism mastery. That'll grant us +2 food. Let's also see what we can do about city-states. And ooh, we need a lot of influence to grab to befriend them. So, okay, noted. Let's not spend any more influence until we can befriend our neighboring city-state there. There's an active volcano. Looks like maybe Rome's borders? Green on the outside, red on the inside, yeah. So Rome must have a city all the way down there. That's what it looks like to me. We'll find out soon, I guess. Yeah, they've got a settler there as well. Continue moving the scout up. Harriet Tubman might only have like 2 cities. And one of them was a stolen city from Egypt. Ooh, our scout just got killed, it looks like. It's interesting that it doesn't show you what happens to him. While defending, your scout was destroyed by an archer. Okay. Yeah, I wish it showed that combat. Kind of let you know what happened or where it happened, but all you get is a pop-up that you gotta read. We finished our tech and our civic there. Clan networks, +2 food production in all settlements. We'll leave that plugged out for now. Let's take a look at our tech tree. And I'm thinking it's either military training or engineering. Which one? I think we need happiness the most, so let's grab military training for now. And we need our civic tree now. And let's start Ooh, this one's gonna be tough. Let's start on entertainment, 17 turns, but hopefully we keep gaining culture per turn. Got another spearman in here. We can pay 80 gold to upgrade to a archer. I think I'm gonna attack this time though. And trying to grab my archer up here. We'll step them down 2 tiles and they'll wait till the next turn. We should have enough influence, and I forgot to take a look at this. We should have enough influence now for our city-state to befriend. We do. And let's do that. 170 for 60 turns. That's not bad. Feels maybe a little expensive. We can add more support for 100 influence. That's definitely really expensive if we're trying to do that. But we'll leave it as is for now. This slinger can attack again. This slinger can attack from up here. That'll almost grant us a kill on him. Wow. Okay, so we, I don't know if you saw that. It's gone now for whatever reason, but we produced a quadrireme, and it was about the size of the city. Something was definitely wonky there with the scaling. I don't know if they did that just to show you that it was there or what, but I think I want to grab this settler. I'll take 10 turns down here, but that's acceptable in my book. There it is. There's our gigantic quadrireme. Why don't we... Can we attack? Oh, we can't. Yeah, sure, let's get our first kill. Shoot that spearman. That's pretty neat. And we have 405 gold. Do I want to spend 80 of it right now? I think yes. We'll upgrade there. Let's see what Argos requires to move up to a city. 650 gold now. Interesting. This town was getting cheaper to upgrade into a city. This one's getting more expensive to upgrade into a city. Not sure what the rules or requirements are there, but we're gonna have to save up for that if we want to upgrade. This archer, now that they're healed, is back on alert. This quadrireme can start moving down the river. Look at how much larger I am compared to these other boats. I'm not certain that that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe it is. Hard to tell. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe that's a feature. Not certain. 80 more gold to upgrade another archer. I think I'm going to have to wait on this one. And so let's throw him on alert for now. 80 gold would drop us back into like the 250 range.
Perfection is achieved, not when there is...
We finished engineering. We'll get out into the open sea here. Something that just blew my mind is there's a city, well, a town up here now. So someone, is that Egypt? Yeah, Egypt snuck a settler all the way up here. Dropped a town that is outrageously far away and on the other side of my country. So note to self, it's not like Civ 6 where you have loyalty issues and you have to maintain a good kind of like a line of sight from your city to the next city. They can build anywhere that they please, including on both sides of your territory. So that being said, this next settler we get out, we definitely need to plop down in here. I feel like there's enough good resources. Yeah, we've got ivory, we've got gold, silver, iron, hides, wool. Feels like a pretty good area to settle up in. So we can get in to the open ocean now, it looks like, with our quadrireme. Oh, no, we can't. That was just a flaw there that it seemed to show me that I could, but it couldn't. We're ready to grow our town again. This is Argos, and food is being a little bit of an issue. I really want to get the marble on, though. That's 2 production and 1 culture. I think I'm going to do it, even though it's not granting any more food. And we might have to buy... Well, granary only adds 1 food. Not super great there. So we'll let it be for now. This slinger can... it got damaged from something. Let's see. Looks like the river flooded there. Yeah. Damaged the city, damaged all my troops there, so we'll get them both on heal again. Let's take our quadrireme, and doesn't look like much we can explore to the north. We can make it through Egypt's territory, so we'll head down to the south. This city changed hands again. Went from Harriet Tubman over to Machiavelli.
Heaven is lasting. Earth endures. Time has no limit. Regret goes on and on without end.
There we are. We finished the Wyang Palace. It's pretty good. I think it, yeah, grants +6 influence per turn. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we want to do. Blacksmith would be huge. 5 production. Wow. Amphitheater is also +6 culture. That's pretty good too. Let's take a look at where we can drop those. I think it's worth it to place that amphitheater. What about the blacksmith? Blacksmith would need a new tile. It's not the end of the world, but I think I'm pretty set on the amphitheater, since we can just drop it in this district here. This archer can now shoot on its first enemy after being upgraded, which is another archer. This slinger is full health, and we're going to put him back on alert. This archer can get the kill on that archer. Our army commander is full health again. And our quadrime is down here now. Now that we're getting into unexplored territory, we'll be moving a little bit slower. See if we can't get over to the land that's over here. We can tell because there's a coastal area there. Let's tap into our quadrime and see if we can cross over. Not quite. This is an open ocean. So we'll need to open up again. Can only move this one more tile, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Seemed a little bit confused on where it was trying to go. Yeah, it's out of movement speed now. We are suffering lots of war weariness. I'd love to declare peace, but she does not seem...
Yeah, well, our paths got to split on this.
Interesting. She didn't take peace. It was just a really long discussion about nothing. For some reason, unless I'm missing something, we can only declare peace if we basically forfeit a city, which I'm not willing to give her my cities, and she's probably not willing to give me her cities. So it's almost like a fight to the death or give up your land type of deal. Let's put the archer back on alert. Quadrime down here is ready to start moving again. There's another Egyptian settlement. We have a celebration to choose from. We love the council day. So oligarchy is either granting us +20% food for 10 turns or +30% production for 10 turns. That's the same as it's been. We are working on an amphitheater. I think 30% production here makes sense towards that. Brought it down from 7 turns to 5 turns for now. We have a 4th open policy slot here now. Why don't we grab the +2 food in all settlements versus the +25 food in towns? That would only go towards Argos, our last town. This +2 grants it in all 3 of these, so +6 across the empire. We have another narrative to choose from. We can either demand a new gift at once, which is +50 happiness towards the next celebration, or admire the chamber pots, craftsmanship +25 culture. 25 culture is less than 1 turn, and we're only making 4 happiness, so I'm going to take the 50 happiness. And in our second city, we are able to queue up something in production now. I'm thinking we might need to put together a little bit of a military party to march over to Harriet Tubman and put pressure on for peace. Just check here. We could drop our blacksmith. That would give us a lot of production in this city. How long? 9 turns? Oops. Or about 9 turns average for a soldier. Let's grab our blacksmith, and maybe after our blacksmith we start cranking out units to send over to her. Here was our settler that we just completed. We've got 1 tile here that I would be happy to settle on, be a coastal city. But I think we need to lock up some of this land up here to our northwest before anything else. So we'll move just 1 turn at a time up into that region. Our quadrime is ready to move again. Can't quite make it over to this landmass. Disappointing, but not too shocking. This is going to be our one last turn. We just tapped the next turn button. Our settler, we can move all the way up to here. We'll do that. Our quadrime is moving along the southern coast of our continent. And that brings us to the end of this turn. So that's the end of episode 3. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a like, and feel free to subscribe to the channel, and stick around for episode 4. Thanks for joining us in Civ 7.